Real-time strategy games are about finding a balance between macro and micro, making sure the nitty-gritty details don't get lost in the bigger picture. It's a hard balance to find, but when you start seeing epic battles emerge during an all-out war, it's a very satisfying feeling. Today, we're going to talk about micromanagement in Dawn of War 3 and how winning small battles can transition into winning the entire war. In this game, ranged units can't fire their weapons while they're in melee combat, and that kind of makes sense. If an orc is swinging a big-ass cleaver at your face, it's going to be difficult for you to line up the perfect shot with a rifle. A common strategy for all the factions is to have a mix of melee units to protect your ranged units or limit the effectiveness of your opponents. That said, ranged units aren't completely helpless against a Zerg of melee. I won't deny that it's fun to watch an army stand static and blast each other to death, but you'll almost always be at a disadvantage if you're not maneuvering your units to avoid damage. For example, the Eldar Dire Avengers were designed from the ground up to run enemies around and fight with hit-and-run tactics. They've got recharging shields, which means they can trade blows with other ranged units without losing squad members. The Fleet of Foot passive from Eldar Webway portals means they can run faster than most melee units. And finally, their weapons overheat during sustained fire. So even if I wasn't fighting with a group of boys that are after some Eldar booty, it'd still be a good idea to maneuver Dire Avengers during battle. Micromanagement is even more important for elite units. They're more powerful than basic line units, and most of the time they're more complicated to use, and when they die they can't be respawned immediately. Later in the same match, the Orc boys are coming back for my shield generator and, of course, my sweet Eldar booty, but this time they brought Gorguts with them. I have enough units to deal with the attack, but they're out of position, so I'll have to use some maneuvering to keep my elites and shield generator safe. When friendly units are garrisoned inside the shield generator, even with enemies inside, it grants it a shield that must be destroyed before it takes damage. By keeping my elite Jane Czar inside the generator until she's about to die, I kept my generator healthy and bought time for the rest of my units to get to the battlefield. Then just as Jane is about to fall, I activated her W ability and leapt her to safety. We just saw the orcs getting outplayed a lot, but make no mistake, they're not as brain dead as they look. The Commando is one of the most entertaining and precise of the orc elites. His ability to lay down stunning traps and detonate them is a powerful combination, especially when used while stealthed. He's also got a shotgun, and shotguns are awesome. Anyway, here's the plan. We're going to attack the Eldar shield generator, but we're not going to have enough units to take it out before they arrive to defend. So we're going to put a trap between them and their generator. Now we activate the Wa Tower, clearly telegraphing our attack, and right on cue, the Eldar striking Scorpions rush to the aid of the generator. But they won't be going anywhere anytime soon because the Commando's on the field. If I'd been a little bit quicker with my clicks, I'd have been able to detonate the traps for a big burst of damage on the Eldar elite units, but either way, we put ourselves in a great position. We got some nice damage on the shield generator, and we're going to be able to do some nice damage to their elite units as well. Speaking of great positions, the Commando is just as powerful on offense as he is on defense. This top node is my main base of operations, and nobody's getting inside without going through a field of stunning traps and shotgun shells, which means nobody's getting inside. The last bit of micromanagement we're going to see today is from the orcs and their Wa Tower. It's generally used as a preemptive measure to buff up your boys and girls before heading off to battle, but it can also be a powerful reactive tool. Some of you may have seen this already, but for those who haven't, in this 2 vs 2, my teammate Bob was pushing the enemy base hard while I was off harassing power nodes. Eventually though, he ran out of steam and had to fall back, but I can't let that happen. Bob might be playing as the Eldar, but he's an honorary orc while he's on my team. We activated the mass recall ability to bring our army back to base, and before they're even finished teleporting, we activated the Wa Tower. One click saved us from having to wait around while the tower finished channeling and allowed us to transition smoothly from one corner of the map to our home base, then to the front lines. And then we won. And truth be told, I don't have the best micromanagement skills in the world, but having a knowledge of the different units I'm fielding allows me to outwit and outmatch my opponents. I lose sometimes. I lose a lot of the time, but that's not the point. The point is micromanagement is very important in Dawn of War 3. And the better you get at it, the more fun you'll have. So there you go. In all of the clips you saw today, micromanagement led to a major victory. As always, you already know the name of the game is Dawn of War 3 because I said it about 50 times. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.